The beginning of our second unit on trigonometry. The first part will be a review. I'm hoping that you can remember trig from grade 10. So let's look at this triangle. The first thing to remember about trig is that it has to be a 90-degree angle. Okay, if there's no 90-degree angle, then trigonometry does not work. Okay, and then we have these sides labeled. If we refer to this angle, this is angle A, then the hypotenuse is the side that is opposite the 90-degree angle. The opposite side is across from the angle we're referring to, and the adjacent one is left, the one that's left, after you choose hypotenuse and opposite. Okay, and then we have our trig ratios. They are sine, cos, and tan. And we're going to have to try to remember how to use those. Okay. The good news is you can put this on your cheat sheet so you can always refer back to it. Okay, let's do a little bit of practice. Grab your calculators, and what you're going to do is see if you can get these answers. A few things you should remember. We're always going to be in what's called degree mode. So somewhere on your calculator screen there should be a small d, or maybe it's a DEG, but please check that. It should be in there somewhere. So these are pretty straightforward. Let's try to figure out how to use your calculator. You're either going to press sine 37 or you're going to go 37 sine. But see if you can get those. If you have trouble getting those answers, please let me know and I'll help you with your calculator. Okay, then the second part is, well, you can maybe just pause the video and check your answers. Okay, and then the second part is finding the angle. Put a little star here. Anytime you're using the angle, you're using the second function. Okay, so when you see sine, it's going to be second sine or second tan. Okay, that's anytime you're finding an angle. Okay, so for this one, you wouldn't type this in. Okay, instead, to find the angle x, you would press inverse sine, and on your calculator it looks like that, and then you would press 0.602. Okay, so can you pause the video again and see if you can get all of these answers? You should be getting really comfortable with your calculator. This should be kind of like second nature. Okay, so once you know how to do that, let's do a review of grade 9 here. How do you find measures using a triangle? Okay, so let me erase this. Okay, I'm going to erase all this work here, and we're going to do it again. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is what I call labeling the triangle. Okay, so we have this angle given, and we have a 90-degree angle. So I know this is the hypotenuse, this is the opposite, and that leaves the adjacent. And which two sides are you going to use? Well, we have to use this one because we're supposed to find x, and then we'll use this one because we're given that length. We don't know anything about the hypotenuse. Okay, so then you'd say, okay, I have opposite and adjacent. Which trig function do I use? Well, you can see this one is opposite and adjacent. So I write tan theta is opposite over adjacent. I think you should do that every time. I think you should write the ratio. Then fill in what you know. I know the angle is 67. I know opposite is 204.9 and adjacent is x. Okay, and the way that you were taught to solve this is to turn this into a ratio and then cross multiply. So cross multiplying here, 1 times 204.9, you get that. And cross multiplying here, you get tan 67 times x. So now to get x by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by tan of 67. This cancels, leaves me with just x. And if I put this in the calculator, I should get 86.97. Okay, so that's a review I'd like you to try a few of these. I've got a whole page of them here. Okay, so you can pause the video and see if you can get these correct. Okay, we'll spend some time going over these in class. So if you are having trouble with them, if you're not getting the answer, you need to ask in class, and I will go over it with you. But you now have several pages of homework that you can do here. Okay, I would like you to do till the end of page 6. Okay, so homework is page 3 to 6. Okay, answers will be posted on our My Site.